This is WFYI News Now. It's Tuesday, February 17th, and I'm Sarah Neal-Estes. Here are today's Central Indiana and statewide stories. A suspect is arrested after a Beech Grove police officer was shot and killed last night. Officer Brian Elliott was 33. He was a 2-year veteran of BGPD. A second officer was also shot and is in stable condition. The shooting occurred after Officer Elliott and 2 other officers were dispatched in Beech Grove to respond to a disturbance. Dozens of protesters rallied President's Day across the street from the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Field Office in Indianapolis. Samantha Horton reports.
In a parking lot across the street from the ICE field office, people held signs and chanted while a DJ played music.
No fear! Immigrants are welcome!
West Side Indie Indivisible Resistance Movement leader Amy Guzman helped organize the event. Holding a pair of cardboard circles with eyes on them, she says today's rally is to send a message that ICE officials can no longer act in anonymity in the city.
They're very active here. We've been around this area. This is where we live. So we want to make sure they know that we're here and we're watching what they're doing, how they're treating people.
Guzman says the rally is just one of many approaches being taken to push back against ICE and the Trump administration. I'm Samantha Horton in Indianapolis.
Voters will decide this year on whether or not to allow judges to deny more people bail. Under current Indiana law, judges can only deny bail if a person is charged with murder or treason and there is strong evidence against them. Now, lawmakers voted to put a constitutional amendment on the November ballot that would allow judges to deny people bail if they pose a substantial risk to the public. Also at the Statehouse, a push to shorten the number of early voting days in Indiana has been added to legislation. Caroline Beck reports.
The change, which was approved without public hearing, would shorten the number of early voting days from 28 to 16. Republicans in support of the measure say it will save the state money and align Indiana with the majority of the country. Democrats like Senator Fatty Codora say this could limit working-class families' ability to vote.
So I think between the policy of saving dollars versus allowing access and increasing voter participation at a time when Indiana ranks in the bottom 5 nationwide on voter participation, I think it's extremely problematic.
The bill now heads to the full Senate. I'm Caroline Beck at the Statehouse.
And for our final story today, Indiana lawmakers aim to crack down on the influence of foreign governments. A bill at the Statehouse would require foreign agents receiving funding or owned by adversary nations, such as Russia and China, to register with the state attorney general. Ben Thorpe reports.
Lawmakers say they are worried about foreign countries advocating or influencing Indiana's politics and want businesses or state actors to have to identify themselves. Foreign actors are already required to register at the federal level, but Matt Bell, representing State Shield, says the federal government is overwhelmed.
What we're asking is disclosure. We're not asking anyone to stop political activity. There simply needs to be a choice that if you're receiving money from a covered foreign entity, you're disclosing that.
The bill would require reporting any transactions with a foreign adversary that are over 10% of an organization's annual revenue. I'm Ben Thorpe at the Statehouse.
That's all for this episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Zach Bundy, with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Kendall Antron produced our music. And if you liked today's episode, remember to subscribe and share. And follow WFYI on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to get the latest updates from our newsroom anytime. Thank you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.